Good evening, everybody. Can I just do a quick sound check to make sure that you guys can hear me and also that the stream is working? I am currently testing out. Where am I? I'm testing out Streamlabs OBS and I have no idea. Oh, there we go. Stream quality is good, no dropped frames. Okay. I'm going to keep that up on my monitor just to make sure things are working as they should be. Can you guys hear me? That's the main question right now. Can you guys hear me? George can hear me. Good stuff. Okay. In that case, let me transition. Ready for the new transition, everybody? Boom! There it is. Welcome back to City Skylines. Welcome back to New Gardcity. Okay, I'm still getting a little bit of nothing on screen. Yeah, don't worry, I had it on the black screen. I was just checking to make sure the sound and everything worked before I transitioned over. So yeah, welcome back to the game. Welcome back to City Skylines. Let me know if the stream buffers or lags or anything like that. Best place to let me know is on Discord. I've got the Discord open on my laptop. So yeah, hopefully things there will work out too. So I'm now using Streamlabs OBS. Before now I was using OBS Studio, which is still what I'm probably going to use for recording, to be honest. But I've heard good things about Streamlabs OBS because it's specifically designed for streaming. So I thought that might fix some of the problems I've been having. Another thing that I've done is hotline the Ethernet straight from the adapters that I use into the desktop rather than via the junction box that connects it to all my other devices. So we should be getting direct Ethernet connection into the desktop, which means hopefully no dropped frames or anything like that. I'm currently streaming at 6,000 kilobits per second at 60 FPS. I'm using a little bit of CPU, but not too much. Let me know if you can hear the desktop music. If you can hear, currently it's the Gorillas playing. Please let me know immediately if you can hear that, because then I'll have to turn it off or change my audio settings. You shouldn't be able to hear it, but I get very paranoid about it because you just never know. Right, welcome back to New Gardcity. Welcome back to Gardcity Airport. We got lots of people here. All of them. Oh, you're going to Six Flags X-Flight. So you're actually going over to Fantasy World. That's cool. Not sure how you're going to get there from here, though. Batman the Ride, even though it's not Batman the Ride. Right, yeah. So I've got pretty much a perfect setup now. I'm very, very happy. I'm just going to sit here for 3 hours and not doing anything. Nah, I'm joking, of course. I'm actually going to be doing some building. Tonight we're going to be extending the city some more. I've increased the mod count. I've increased the asset count. I've gone balls to the wall, basically, and tried to flood this with as much stuff as possible. We have loads of new aircraft that we'll be adding into the game as time goes by. We still have this really weird thing of what planes do when they take off. It's not the end of the world. I've also added some new metro tracks to the game, which may or may not appear here. Maybe they won't, actually. Bear with. They might not appear in this. They might count as rail track rather than metro track, which is not the worst thing in the world. I've also got this. I'm not sure if this is going to work. Basically, it allows you to add connections anywhere you like to metro stations. But you have to kind of use a lot of weird stuff in order to do it. Oh, here we go. So we've got these metro tracks, which I'm going to be converting the majority of the city over to, because it's going to be a lot nicer looking. And these very much match the rail that we've got as well. So I think this would be a pretty nice addition. Some of it's third rail, some of it is overhead electrification. So this one here is third rail, as you can see. So we'll be adding those in at some point. yeah, I want to add to the residential, because we've got a huge residential demand. And I kind of want to justify the existence of this big station. So we've got this line here that comes down through St. Michael. This area here, I'm actually going to build another rail station down here and have this connect up to a load of office space. And then we'll build some new residential. Possibly, I mean, this gap here is going to get filled. We can do that now. And then besides that, maybe over here as well, fill all this area in. And then build the park over here. There's lots of stuff that needs doing. Plus, I'm open to any suggestions from the chat as well. So if you have any ideas, feel free to suggest them. Can I just check again with the people in the chat who are here right now, which music can you hear? Can you hear the stream music or can you hear the game music? If you can hear Britney Spears right now, please tell me. I'm just going to wait a minute while I get an update on that, because this is very important. I've got some mods that change some of the LOD counts as well, so we should be able to see things a little bit nicer when we're further away. These trees certainly seem to fill that in. And I've also got Surface Painter, so we can finally do something over at the airport as well. Stream music, awesome, thank you very much. Right, so let's start with residential. I want to fill this area in. Sort of turn it into a gridded, high-density residential community. I also want to drop you down a little bit. I've got a story that I want to tell you guys as well as to where I've been for the last couple of weeks. Some of you might have already worked out what's happened. Some of you have indeed asked about something that's happened recently. But I kind of want to tell you guys for certain what exactly has gone on the last couple of weeks. Because I feel like, you know, I disappeared for 2 weeks when I said I was going to be streaming every day. I think you guys have every right to ask why that was. So I will sort of delve into that in a little bit as well. I kind of want to get stuck into building first though before I do all that. Because again, this story that I want to tell you guys, there's what I can say or what I should say, and then there's also what I would like to say. And they are two very, very different things. So I do have to be quite careful with what I do and don't say. For lots of different reasons, some of which will become obvious as I tell the story. But let's get cracking on this first. I'm not going to be streaming for too long tonight, just a couple of hours, and then hopefully from tomorrow onwards, regular content will be returning to the YouTube channel, and I'll also be streaming a lot more regularly as well. So I do apologise for not being around for the last couple of weeks. I would love to say that I'd be able to make it up to you guys, but I doubt I ever could, in all honesty. But I will try and make up for it by streaming a lot more regularly over the next few weeks. Looking to see, I think one of these, maybe one of these for this little section here. Plus I'm sure you guys have some questions as to what might have happened or what you think might have happened, so I'm open to answering those as well. But don't be offended if I do say I can't answer it, because again, that's not me saying I can't answer it necessarily, but that's, you know, some things I just can't talk about even now. Plus, I mean, I'm sure some of you have educated guesses as to what you think might have happened. Let's close that. So here, I want you to go down like so. And then, yeah, you're basically going to run alongside. We might even have a metro station connected to this road. Yes, it does have a lot to do with the XVI YouTube channel. I mean, I might as well say it at this point, instead of just doing this suspense. basically, I don't work for XVI anymore. I've officially left the company as of Thursday. I think it was Thursday night. I officially left the company. Unofficially, I left the company 2-3 weeks ago. A lot has happened. I think you guys won't believe me when I tell you how much stuff has happened over the last couple of weeks. Basically, there was a disagreement over the launch of the demo for our game. I'm going to stop saying our. There was a disagreement over the launch of the demo. The demo that's no longer in Steam. If you want to check it out, you'll see it's no longer there. I don't know whether it ever will go back on Steam or not. It's not for me to decide. But there was a disagreement over that, and a lot of things were said. And at the time, I kind of figured, you know, we have disagreements. It happens a lot in businesses, but you kind of move on and you get over it. But since then, the company twice tried to fire me. Both times I contested it. Then, I mean, all the stuff was taken down from the YouTube channel pretty much the day after the demo was launched. So some of you might have noticed it there. That wasn't me, though. I had no say in that. I didn't even know it happened. But yeah, since then, I've been having meetings with people. I've been trying to fight what I believe to be something that was done wrongfully. And choosing my words very carefully here. At one point, I was the only person left in the company because I was, even though I wasn't fired, and I kept saying that I hadn't been fired, I was then reinstated in inverted commas and then became the only person left in the company because everyone else resigned. So I, again, kind of contested that, and then eventually I just felt, do you know what? I'm 27 years old, I'm nearly 30. I'm pretty sure that a lot of these disagreements and arguments and actions should have been left on the playground about 15 years ago. So I just gave up my share of the company, handed in my official resignation, and as of the last time I checked, which I think was yesterday or the day before, they're all back at the company and I'm not. So it's not how I wanted it to end. First and foremost, it's not how I wanted it to end. I at the time anticipated, you know, long happy retirement off the amount of money that we'd have made, but that's not going to happen now. But I'm looking at the positives. So right now, the biggest positive is XVI was taking up a lot of my time, and I was the only one really who was dedicating full time to the company. So now I don't have to do that, which means I can make a real go of M4J for the next sort of 12 months or so. And believe me, I will be making a real go of M4J over the next year. You know, right now this is my business. This is what I want to do. This is what I've wanted to do for a while now. This is the reason I was hired by XVI in the first place, was because of M4J. So I'm going to be doing my utmost to ensure that content on my channel is of the standard that I would like it to be. There'll be a lot more regular content, there'll be a lot more streams, there'll be a lot more of everything really. And yeah, the idea is to turn this into a business. So there'll be other things, you know, Patreon, merchandise stores, stuff like that too. There'll be more news on that in the future, because I've been writing a business plan for the last 2 days, which is a really, I mean, it's not stressful. I shouldn't say stressful, but it's not ideal. But I'm doing it for the right reasons, so that's good. But yeah, I mean, the battle isn't over, that's the thing. There's a lot of stuff still that needs to be done, and some of it no one really wants to do. Oh, I got an achievement. World of Rotorcraft. No idea what that's for. But yeah, thank you, George. It's, as I said, it's not how I wanted things to end, but at the end of the day, I felt like what was being done incorrectly. And if there's one thing I'm very, very good at, it's standing up for what I believe in. So, I personally, I don't think there's anything I would do differently. That's the thing. Looking back, I don't have any regrets about it. I said what needed to be said when it needed to be said. So, I don't know. They might be successful, they might not be. It's not for me to decide. But yeah, I've been doing lots of legal stuff for the last 2 weeks. I'm now so versed in the Companies Act. I know more about the Companies Act than pretty much my own family right now, because I've been studying that like a hawk for the last however long. But yeah, M4J is now my thing, as it was before XVI. And some of the projects that I was working on for XVI are actually my intellectual property, so I will be bringing those across with me to M4J. And as of Monday, as of Monday, M4J will be officially registered as a sole trader, and you know, that will be my business from now on. So there's a lot of exciting stuff still to come from this, but I felt like, you know, you guys deserve to know what's been going on. Some of you were supporting XVI's projects, and I think that the fact that there was no public announcement or anything like that was not good. I couldn't do it because I lost all my access to the company for like 2 weeks. So, I mean, I don't want to speak ill of them. I don't really, like, I'm not going to do the whole I wish them every success and things like that, but at the same time, I don't really want to say anything bad about them either. It was a stupid dispute that never should have gone as far as it did, and the fact that it did meant a real legal dispute. A lot of eye-opening has taken place, and we've now gone our separate ways. That's the official statement. They might have their own version of events, and sure, they're entitled to it. If they wish to publicize it, I don't know, entirely up to them. Couldn't give less of a toss right now, in all honesty. As I said, I'm too old for this shit. Genuinely thought I'd left it at school. My mum had a dispute with work before. Didn't end good either. I know the effects it has on a person, so I know the effects it can have. Yeah, I mean, on a personal level, my stress levels... Luckily, I've had my family around to support me, and they've been very, very good through this, but my physical health has taken a massive knock since about January. You know, I've been suffering really, really badly from stress because of all of... Trying to balance two things anyway is bad, but trying to run a company where you know, you're the only one who really cares about what's happening, that's incredibly stressful. But also my mental health has been severely affected, which is something that, especially during these times, we're all being encouraged to talk about mental health. It's been awful. Honestly, I would not wish this on my worst enemy. It's been the worst experience of my life, by far. But hopefully it's all done and dusted now, and I don't have to worry about it ever again. And I can move on, make a success of M4J, and not have to justify anything to anyone in that company now. Right, what am I doing? So I'm building a big residential area here. I might as well build this across here. I've learnt a lot as well. I should mention that. You know, it's not all been wasteful. I have learnt a lot about running a business and the do's and don'ts, and also how to stay on the right side of the law, which is something that I'm not saying I needed to learn that. I wasn't breaking any rules necessarily, but as I said, trying to read through the Companies Act when I felt like I had a case. You do learn a lot about how companies should be run. You also learn about how badly things were being run. Or, again, nothing illegal. I'm going to make that clear. Nothing illegal was happening, but in terms of proper procedure, there was a lot where I was thinking, is this the right way necessarily to do it? And it turns out that perhaps not. But I'm not accusing anyone of doing anything dodgy or anything. God, no. It wasn't that bad, thankfully. But yeah, I know James the other day was asking about the XVI channel, and I know a couple of the rest of you guys might have had some questions. So there's the answer. That's what's been happening. It's also why during that Skylines stream a while ago now, I renamed some of the districts of the city, because I had, even at that time, I had no association to the company. But yeah, that's the story. If anyone has any questions, I will try to answer them. But like I said, don't be offended if I can't answer a question. It's just because there's even now there's things that I really shouldn't be saying, and I'd rather not get myself into more trouble. If anything, I'd rather just walk away from it now with my head held high. Did the best I could. If they make a success, so be it. If they don't, then so be it. Should I connect this? I feel like I could. Make this be ground. And the one off here will make be ground as well. Like so. Switch it back to normal. So yeah, I'm optimistic. That's the thing. I'm optimistic. I've been down. I've been through the ring and back. Right now, I feel very, very optimistic about M4J and the potential that it has. Does that work? I don't know if that works. I might just turn you into bridge rather than elevated. I don't like that. That's the thing. Maybe I can spread it out. Maybe keep an eye on the chat as well. That's another good idea. I'm sorry to hear that, George. Hopefully things are a bit better today. Mental health sucks. I think we can all agree on that. The thing though is to not let it take over. As I say, I've had really bad days myself. Nothing really bad, thankfully, but I've had days where I just think, why is this happening, kind of thing. But then you've got to just be positive. You've got to look for the positives in everything. The first question I always ask myself is it really as bad as I think it is? And the answer is nearly always no. And now, I'm not saying that works for everyone, because, you know, to each their own and all that, but for me, one of the things that I always use is it could be a lot worse. You know, life could be a lot worse in general. As I said, I've got my family around me, so I feel quite fortunate there. And there's a lot to be optimistic about still. I run my own business now. I still have support at the uni. You know, I've not lost any of that. Once quarantine, oh for God's sake, once quarantine is over, the uni should open up again, so there'll be a lot of networking events and I can go out and meet new people that way. The thing that really stings right now is these people were my friends. You know, the people that I started XVI with, they were my friends. And because of everything that's happened, right now we're not friends. And I think that really sucks, because despite everything, friendship should never be affected by something like this. And it wasn't my choice, but it's happened. And that's the bit that kind of stings the most, is it's so unnecessary. But it's out of my control. There's nothing I can say or do that will change that now. Just got to accept it. Why won't it let me build a road here? That's what I want to know. That's really annoying. Right, I'm going to build you to there. And then I'm going to build you... No. Try that again. Stop telling me I have new buildings. I know I have new buildings. Man, I've been back in the game for 24 minutes and I'm already getting wound up with it again. Don't take me long, does it? I could do this one, I suppose, like that, and on this side I could do the same thing, so you can curve in like that, and then you can do that, and then I don't know, something like this. Hello Mohammed, welcome to the stream. You missed my story time just now, but I mean, depends how interested you are in my other work commitments, I suppose. If you're relatively new to the channel, you probably wouldn't even know about what I was involved with before. So I think all of this area here is going to be quite densely packed residential. Some parkland in this gap here. And then maybe, ooh, hello. Maybe also like around this tram stop here. Just fill it with trees. We might even make it an actual park. It is quite close to Guard Square. I don't really want to step on Guard Square's toes. I might just put down like an unofficial... I don't know though. We'll see. This bridge, I like it, but don't you think it looks a bit tall? It's basically like twice the height it needs to be. It is quite quirky though. I like these little bridge bits that we're starting to put in. Over here as well, this little bit. Again, it looks a little bit weird, but it makes sense. Like, imagine if you had big buildings either side here, which we will have in a second. It then makes it make sense. So, how is everyone? It's been a long time. Is there any headline news or anything that I've missed? Obviously I know what's going on in the world still, so we don't need to talk about that, but any rail news that I might have missed out on? I mean, literally for the last 15, 16 days, I've just been locked in meetings and emails and all sorts, trying to resolve the issues that have been happening. So I've not really been keeping an eye on rail news and stuff like that. I was watching a video about Disneyland Paris last night, building an Iron Man roller coaster, and it's the first I'd ever heard of it. And this was like, plans revealed 6 months ago, say, and I was just thinking, really? I don't remember any of that. Apparently I completely missed it. Right, so let's say I built a metro station. Just trying to think where I could build it. Needs to be an above ground one for a start. I mean, this is a good one. What does it look like? Like, it is elevated. It sticks out a little too much, that's the issue. I need to download some more. Ah, you're good. Yeah, we can stick you in. I think I might do that. Some of the turbos in the GWR franchise are getting lengthened using redundant 365s and similar stock, so 2-car sets go to 3 cars and 3-car sets go to 5 cars. That's cool. That's, again, quite innovative. Is that just GWR or are Chilton doing it with theirs too, do you know? Alright, pause game. Let's close this for a second. Do it like that, and then I'm going to use the new track, I think, to link this up, just see what it looks like. To your one way. So let's do. Well, that's a bit weird. Just GWR as part of a franchise extension. Okay. Now, why do you do that, game? Were you not connected properly? Is that what the problem was? No. I think that's the problem. But now you're not connected. That's incredibly problematic. Anyone know what I'm doing wrong here? anyone know why that's invisible? Can I do something about this? I think isn't there also a mod that allows you to change station track? Is that a thing? Let's try with the default metro track and see if that works. All the way over this way. There. Any frame rate issues? Nothing? Nope. Let's see if this works. If this doesn't work, then I know there's an issue with the station. Okay, so that one does work. That's actually kind of annoying. That's kind of annoying that that one works. And then... oh well. Let's bring this all the way down. There we go. Also, you are one way. Like that. And then you are one way. No, that's not what I wanted. Thought that was a bit weird. Right. Here we are. This is really nice station design. I'll give it that. It looks awesome. So we need to connect this side up now. So what was I reading the other day? I was reading an article about something to do with railways that I thought would be interesting to talk about. I could tell you guys, I suppose, what's going on with the channel now as well, and how that's going to work. So effectively, all of my content comes under 3 categories. Construction/transport games. So this, for example, or OpenTTD, or... I'm trying to think of another good example. If I ever went back to Factorio, for example, that would also be part of it. Oh. Duh. So that's one category. Then I've also got sports management category. So like Football Manager, for example, that's sports management, and also Motorsport Manager, games like that. And if I ever do FIFA, it's technically sports management, even though it's a bit more... I mean, yeah, no, it's just sports management. I'll just leave it at that. And then I've got like story-driven games. So things like Batman, for example, kind of falls under that category. There's kind of an extra category which is to do with Euro Truck. But Euro Truck I'm kind of classing under its own bracket, because one of those will go up every week anyway. But the idea is to have one of every type of video go up on the channel per week. So have at least one construction game, at least one... This is ugly as hell. At least one transport game, at least one sports management game, and at least one story-driven game every single week on the channel. Sometimes there'll be more, sometimes there'll be less. Actually, no, there won't be less. Sometimes there'll be more. We'll see. But that's the plan. So OpenTTD, obviously, there'll be one a week. That kind of fills that quota. And also any other games that might come along will also help to fill that quota. Can I, like... But I'm very much interested in hearing what you guys want as well, because obviously if M4J is going to be my full-time job, I need to make it successful. And the best way to make it successful is to maximize the number of views, which means, as always, I need you to help support the channel, which a lot of you do, and I appreciate that a lot. But I also need feedback, ideas, all that good stuff. So when I ask for stuff in the future, I'm asking for a very, very specific reason, which is to make this successful. So I would very much appreciate it if as many people helped as possible. Even if you think, my opinion surely doesn't count, trust me, it does. It all counts. I want everyone to be involved in making this a success. Can I just drag you to there? And then grab you, drag you there. So this is the new station. I don't know what it's called yet. Just realised actually, I can lower this down. Not too much, but enough. And then this obviously can come down. I need to find a way to make a gradual gradient. Who knows? Alright, we're going to do that. And then we got this station platform, and then on this side, slope this down a touch. Another thing that would really help out is having lots of active stream chats and stuff like that, because obviously streaming will still be a part of it. So, you know, people continuing to come out and support, that's always appreciated, and I do, trust me, I do support, appreciate everyone who does help with that. But also just, you know, engaging in the chat, getting involved, sharing it if you can. Just chatting, that's the only thing really I can ask for right now. And then in the future, things like Patreon as well. I'm going to be redoing my Patreon and kind of relaunching it. So if you're already a patron, don't panic. I'm not changing anything there that will affect your status. I'm kind of just making it a bit more noticeable and a bit more official, and setting stuff in stone a bit more as well, rather than just saying, oh, this is a good idea, we might include this. You know, a bit more working on definites, you know. So I'm interested in hearing what you guys have say about Patreon as well, what ideas you've got. And there'll be merchandise in the future as well, so if you have any ideas for merchandise too, it's always appreciated. The community is built around you guys after all, so. Okay, metro station built. Let's see if this train actually stops here. No. Why not? Maybe just because of when it was built. We'll see. So we've got St. Michael Station down here. We need to come up with a name for this district up here, in fact. And then we can name it properly. I think I might put another bus station. Maybe not. Let's have a look. We're going to link these together as well. The road over here kind of does that, I suppose. What name shall we give to this district? That's the other question. Are you going to stop? Yes. Good stuff. So we know to an extent that this works. That's good. The other idea I had as well for the city is to have lines, build like a second guard square train station, and actually have lines continue under the city and out on the other side. Because right now all lines have to come in this side, which means like this one, for example, eventually might spur off this way. And then the next one will come round and run up to Flint Bridge Parkway or whatever. Maybe there'll be a junction even around here. And have lines constantly diverging and joining together. Pretty much like South London. If anyone knows how densely compact the South London rail network is, it's kind of the idea that I was thinking. I think right now though we should do a little bit of zoning. Or should we? No, we should put bus in first. Potential bus station. Gronley. Gronley's a nice name. I think, yeah, Gronley might be what we go with. try and find a good... You're a garage, aren't you? You're not a... Oh, you're a bus. No, you're a depot as well. You're way too big. You're the right size, but modular. You could work. If I put you... I mean, I could put you... Yeah. Right next to the station. That works. Buses have to come in from a specific angle there, but, you know, that does work. Unless I put it after. Nah, before's fine. Before's fine. That works fine. So now I can do a little bit of zoning. So we'll put some commercial right outside the station. And perhaps along the track here even. Like that. And then on this side we'll do the same. Can I not? Yeah, thought I could. Still good with the stream? Yep, good stuff. The problem I've made for myself now though is I don't actually know whether it's the Ethernet connection that's making it work better or if it's the OBS. I'll check both. So the next stream I do, which will likely be tomorrow, probably either during the afternoon or early evening, one or the other, I'll test it, and it'll be Minecraft tomorrow. So because Minecraft got some of the vote today, even though it didn't win, I've always said, you know, when I do polls, that whichever comes second will be the next one to be streamed. Yeah, that poll thing earlier was weird. There was apparently a straw poll for Discord, and yet it didn't work. So I've used some other poll thing, which it turns out is also straw polls for Discord. So that one did work, so can't complain. It's a shame these roads don't quite line up perfectly, because this would be kind of cool. I mean, at this point I could just use the brush. This is all going to be residential. On the outside here, not going to do anything yet because this river might continue somehow down to over here. Might go around the back of Fantasy World. Alrighty. So what's everyone been up to during the isolation? Anyone been doing pub quizzes, virtual pub quizzes or anything like that? There's a few I can recommend. They've been a lot of fun. I mean, I like pub quizzes at the best of times, so any excuse really. So I say this bit was going to be parkland. I think I might make this bit residential. And then we'll do park around the tram, and then we'll do park... Yeah, park here around the tram, and then we'll do park in this little like V-shaped bit here as well. We might as well make all this residential too. Except not this bit. And also not this bit. Good evening, Frank. Welcome to the stream. 12 companies complete. Is that on the map? That's good stuff. That map, by the way. I mean, it might sound like I'm being overly critical at times because I'm pointing out little mistakes, but trust me, that map is very, very good. Very, very well made. I spent far longer than I should earlier just going around it all, having a look. Top job. Sorry to hear that, Frank. Making you work on the weekends? Not very fair, is it? Or do you just mean in general? I'll just get power up like that for now, it's fine. Whoops. We killed South Bank for a while there. Yeah, we need to get power over here. 12 companies complete. Oh, sorry. Was part of an open TTD play this week with the Rail Forum people. I missed that message. 12 companies compete. My bad, I misread that. I've looked at getting involved with stuff like that before. The only problem I have in doing something like that is my play style really isn't suited to like open competition, open TTD competition. So I would go bankrupt very, very quickly, and then people will go, oh, you're supposed to be good at this game. It's like kind of preemptively predicting how bad I would be at that kind of thing. So do you know what? I'm going to make this. Is it flat? It's not. I was going to make it parking. I mean, I could make it a parking road, I suppose. Use this. Just have people park at the back here. And then not put any buildings on this side. Like on this little road here. Came third. Nice. I'm not necessarily saying I'll run it badly, it's just I can't do realistic speed limits and signalling and everything like that because it'll just cost the earth. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Frank. Ah. Right, hang on. I'm going to have to put a monument down. What have I got here? No, that's too big. Right, hang on. Let me just pause the game for a second. Big Ben would be cool, but I mean Big Ben there would be cool. Hang on, let's see what monuments I've got that I can add. Westminster Cathedral. It's a bit too big for my liking. Yeah, that's not going to work. Have I got anything? Wait, isn't this just the one I was in? Yeah. What's in this one? Oh, I've got two. Could do a Lazarette Plaza or Statue of Wealth. You wouldn't really put that in Bankside though. You'd put that somewhere in like a business district. If I can do it, you can. Everyone is different. I appreciate the compliment. I'm not ruling it out by any stretch. It'll be a fun thing to do. I've just always had that in my head of my building style really isn't suited to competitive gaming. It'll be fun though. I don't doubt that for a second. If you can do it in teams as well, that'd be cool. I could build a Burberry store or Canberg Tower. I've downloaded a few of these as well. So obviously this is far too tall for this area. However, it's not too tall necessarily for this area. It adds to the skyline. I mean, they are quite big. Vista capacity is substantial. River Point. Ah, that sounds nice because it's down nearby the river, isn't it? Let's do that. And then I'll power you like that. There we go. That fixes it. Right, let's put Gronley into its district. This area here I could probably use for some probably parking roads again. Let's just go out like that and like that. Obviously that's park, so we can't do anything with that. There we go. Wow, I've just realised how many events we've got. University Pavilion, Track and Field Stadium, Berry Arena, and Bob's Baseball Stadium have all got events on today. That's crazy. So where's Bankside's border? Bankside's border is there. I like doing the map, it is fun. I had a look at the way that you were making the map with all the lines and all the circles and everything. And that's basically, the technique I was using was very much that. I was categorizing it a little bit easier for my own purposes, so I could keep track of what goes where and stuff. But I mean, you do have to have a lot of patience, don't you? Here's a good map. I'm looking forward to being able to post it on the website and things like that. And I will have to have a conversation with you at some point about merchandise rights, which is it's always a tricky conversation when you're doing negotiations like that. It's good enough to go on a poster, that's for sure. So I think Bankside should be all of this, and then this bit here, and then this should be Gronley. So it's kind of a very fine, it's like almost down the middle of the road is where the border is. And then all this bit here is probably going to be Gronley as well. Basically, like this area here, all the way down this road too. I think this could be Gronley. Kinda like that. Yeah, we'll have to have a chat about it. It's a difficult subject, merchandising, because you have to... Basically, there'll have to be a contract drawn up and signed, which is something that as I've already said today, I'd rather get away from that if possible, but at the same time, I obviously want everyone to get their fair share of what they're owed, so... we'll have to have a conversation. It won't be any time, like it won't be in the next couple of weeks or anything like that, it'll probably be in a month or so's time. Who knows? Right, so this is Gronley, isn't it? And then policies. Power usage, water usage, smoke detector, recycling, always recycling, smoking ban. Recycle down here, prefer parks. I mean, you're right next to a tourist area, so I'd rather you kind of went there, because it means the transport will get used. I think that'll do for now. City planning. Nah, taxation. So themes, I want you to be UK. So we'll see what we'll get. Actually, no, I don't want you to be UK. I just want you to build high density residential and see what comes up. And now I'm going to save. Yeah, I want to see what comes up. Now this station needs to be named. Gronley Central springs to mind. Like so. And then you're going to be Gronley Bus Station. Like so. And this railway here, you're an outside connection, aren't you? I think I'm going to change that. I think I might put a rail station behind. And then connect this up to a different line. We'll see about that. Basically, this whole gap here is going to be full of rail lines. Alright, we got some buildings springing up. That's good. Residential demand has dropped considerably now. Oh, I just got an achievement. What was that for? Level up an industry area up to level 5. So which one was it? It wasn't the farm, so it must be the mines. What's your output level at now? Quite a lot, actually. Quite a lot. I'm a bit worried that the production rate has gone down considerably. What are you complaining? Not enough natural resources. I might have to use the unlimited ores mod, you know, just to keep this going for a bit longer. We only built it, was it 2 streams ago? Right, anyone got any suggestions for what they want to see built next? It's an open suggestion, anything you like. I will try and make it work. Oh yes, we actually have quite a lot of buildings coming up. So I want to see what building design we've got here. I want to kind of move away from the UK style buildings now and see what other options there are in the game. Still a UK inspired city, of course, I'm not changing that. National Park, okie dokie. Before I do that, I am going to build... Where is it? City Park. I think I'm going to build a city park. Somewhere around here. Maybe put the entrance there. Bedford Gardens. That's actually a really nice name. I don't think I'm going to change that name. Just not what I want at all. Paint you around the inside like this. We'll leave out the tower, we'll kind of go around it. Like so, and then up here. And then along here. There we are. I think the tower is now part of the park, but that's fine. As long as I can build a gate somewhere around here. Really? How is that space already occupied? Is it because of the hill? That's actually kind of annoying. Ah, screw it. The tower's now part of the park. Not that one. This one. Right. I think I'll have an entrance over here as well, actually, before I... Yeah, it seems to have a problem with the roads. It must just be the shape of the road because it's curved. Genuinely don't know though. Ah, no, you can walk around the corner actually, it's fine. Okay, let's link these up. So you can link over here. No problem at all. And then this one. You can come round like this. And then you can come round like that, and then like that. Yeah, I like that. I do like that. Maybe in the future we'll have an extra gate up there and stuff like that. Plaza can very easily fit in the middle here. Cafe. Let's put the cafe over here. Restrooms directly opposite. Info booth, you can go just inside the main gate. Chessboard, you can go opposite the plaza. Just do it on this side. Like that. Gazebo. Put one there, we'll put one over this side of the tram as well. Climbing frame can also go over here. I've got a way to find a way to link all this up. Oh, no, maybe it is alright. So the fence would be handy. Alright, let's see how close to the road I can get this. That's not a good start. Okay, let's try this. So you can come out. Yeah, whatever. I'm doing this very crudely. Fences aren't compulsory, but I might as well do it anyway. I do find it weird that it just doesn't like the UK roads. Alright, let's build you to there, and then on this side. It is a bit weird to have a tram line just run straight through the middle of a park like that as well. I don't know though, it's kind of cool. It's nice. It's not like you've got like a heavy freight train running through or anything. Let me just see if I can get this. Let's do it like that. This side. I think an entrance over here as well would work. Like that. And then this fence can go from here join up like that. And like that. Now, are you still powered? Yes. Okay. Yeah, you weren't supposed to end up looking like that, were you? What on earth? Do you know what? Just don't look at it too much. So I think Bedford Gardens is actually quite a nice name for this area. I might keep that. If you guys are happy with that, I'll keep that. But what I will do instead is let you name the national park, which will also be a zoo. And that will be built... come on, game. That will be built on this peninsula here. So let's say... let's say we did something like this. We'll have parking near here as well. And then off of this, we'll come... have I got snapping? Out 7. Round 7. Anyone got any name suggestions for the park? Any at all? Put a park, main one here. That's a city park. Did not want to do that. Or this. It's actually nature reserve. It's going to be a nature reserve, really, isn't it? Gloucester Gardens. That is actually a beautiful name, if I do say so myself. Gloucester Gardens. Policies, animal ethics, obviously. Advertisement campaign. No fireworks whatsoever. Night tours. Recycle garbage. We might even make it the main park. Might even make it the main park, we'll see. Now I need to do... so the fence, that's quite easy. Down to here. And then on this side, down to like that. And then yeah, let's just build out. And bring you back in like that. And then this. What about a lighthouse on the small hill? Yeah, that's not a bad idea. So I was thinking of doing like a pathway, kind of like up this. Where are we at? Maybe come around like this. And join you up like that. And then maybe do one running down this way as well. So this could be the top as far as the public can go. But then we could perhaps put a lighthouse on top. So we've got a viewing deck. Oh yeah, I need to do the park area. Let's just do that. Makes my life a little bit easier then. So I'll have some of the water as part of it as well. There we go. So this should be able to go... Oh yes. Right. How good is this one instead actually? Let's go with the slightly bigger one. There we go. So we'll have a camping site. We'll put it in the middle of the woods. Hang on, let me do it. A few more roads actually, just to link all this up, because it is quite sparse. And then you like that. So yeah, this first campsite can be in the woods down here. I don't know how good that looks. Bloody awful is how good that looks. I'll do it on this side. There we go. A lookout tower as well would be awesome. Put a lookout tower. I think a lookout tower actually like down here somewhere, in amongst the trees. And then a lean-to shelter. Put one there, we'll put one somewhere down here as well. Fishing cabin. Yeah, I think fishing on this side is calmer. Put you there. Hunting. Do I want to do hunting? Personally, I'm not against hunting. But, I don't know. We might leave that one for now. Bouldering site. That should go down by the inn, surely. Maybe I'll stick you there instead. Yeah, you fit. And then it's all just ground tiles and stuff like that again. And then fences. Oh, am I dropping frames? Dropped some, not many. 0.6%, that's fine. Hopefully the stream is alright. I'm going to turn my aircon in a minute though, because it's getting quite hot. I'm going to put a hunting cabin. I'm going to put a small one. I'm going to kind of put it down here, away from everything else. I was just thinking, are there... What's that, Frank? Are there what? Should I put some tents down? Oh, open top buses on the workshop would be brilliant for a tourist service. There could well be, yeah, we'll have to look at that. I've got mini buses that I can use for now to do tourism. Like a little tourist bus. Should I put a side gate somewhere around here? I don't think I need to. I think what I'm going to do with Lafayette is extend the trolley down to the nature reserve and then build a new jetty over here for the ferries and have a ferry go from Guard Square around the stadium and then to a new jetty down by the park. That's my plan. Before I do that though, save. Always save. Save, 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 and save some more. And then this road here will continue up to the nature reserve as well. Excuse me. So these are the trolley roads. That's the most useless. These are the trolley roads. So I've got some new ones now, like this. Or this. So I could, in theory, build the trolley right up to the gate, but I'm not going to do that. I think I'm going to have it on its own road out the front here. Bit like that. Maybe use this for buses as well. Tell you what, let's rebuild that. Let's grab you. And then also, before I do that, let's build the jetty. I don't think it's going to be a massive one like this. I think it's going to be a little one. Kind of like this. On Earth. You're the ferry pathway, yes. So I'll have the ferry kind of go along the front. Like this, and then you're going to go under this here and then join up with that. Yeah, and then from here we might have another ferry line that goes round over to Bankside, something like that, and if this does become a river that extends further down, we'll deal with that as well. So if I'm now to connect this, so I know that that connects like that. So if I do you like that, and then you can snap back to this and we'll have more residential maybe in that direction. So then reasonable sized brush. Is this the right height? I struggle to believe this is all flat. Some of it's flat. We could do parking in this gap. So let's go with this again. Like that. And then up. I'm not going to go real overkill on parking this time. It's literally going to be this. And then you out by 15. And then you out by 15. That's literally all the parking I'm going to provide. Because then the idea is to encourage as many people as possible to use public transport to get over here. So over here, have I got anything that's just trolley? No. Not this. Even then I don't exactly know how to do this. This must have graph, like, oh no, I can't go down. I can't go up either. Okay, that's annoying. So it looks like we're going to have to go up and over. It kind of ruins the old town vibe though, going up and over. I'm just thinking. Excuse me. I think we are going to have to go up and over. There's no way to avoid that. Actually, I can just do it like this. Don't need to delete it. Are you a special building? No. Let's try again. Wrong thing. I reach. Space already occupied by what though? Yeah, just talking rubbish. So it's gonna have to be like that. I think I might make this for trolleys and buses. I'm also going to lift you up some. That's good. And then this can become a proper roundabout. So I think transport is going to be built on this side, and you'll have to walk to the nature reserve. Unless I built it down here, but then I've got to bridge it up and over that road again. Which, I mean, I could do. Let's say for a second you didn't do that. I think what I'm going to do is turn off snapping and then make it just go a finite amount like this, and then straight across like this, and then a finite amount again. Like this, and then down. Like that. And I can copy and paste some pillars in there. That's no problem. Street lamps are just about okay. Because then what I can do is... connect you up. Which I can connect you up like that. And then this one... like that. Maybe just do that for left turns. Turn off left turn here. And then in for buses... I'll see what I've got for this first. So I think this should be straight across like that, pretty much. Can I do that? Like that. And then I mean this can some kind of loop. I really am struggling here. Let's do this. And then... let's do it like this. So... 4. Like that. That's our trolley terminus. And then you are a two-way street. Like so. And then for actual buses, full fat buses, some kind of bus stop. Maybe this one actually. Stick it there. Shame I can't fit. Oh, I can fit it there. I can do it like that. So then a lot of the transport is kind of down here. Do you think there will ever be more electrification? I think yes. Bi-mode will need to be outlawed, or at least gotten rid of by, is it 2040 or 2050 they're talking about it now? So that'll be the end of that. So I think, yeah, electrification will take place during that time. There we go. So you should all be... yes, good. Right, so the trolley... this stop here, I'm going to move you there. I'm going to put another one there. And then this stop there. 2040. So yeah, I think between now and 2040 there'll be a lot of electrification. I think bi-mode trains will mostly be used for like branch lines in the future. Obviously you've still got things like the Hitachis, which might just be converted to full electrification. who knows? But I think the key routes, particularly out of London, will all be electrified, and I do include the Chiltern main line as part of that. I think that will be electrified. The fact that there are main lines out of London that have yet to be electrified, I do find that quite staggering, really. So yeah, I think they're on the short list now. The next ones to be done. Do you know what I should do? This whole road, I should make tree lined. 4-lane with tree? Or medium trolley road with trees? That sounds quite nice, doesn't it? I'm not going to do 6 lane. One idea with IETs is in time to replace the diesel engines and fuel tanks with battery packs. Yeah! Sorry, yeah, I should have mentioned that as well. Or hydrogen even. Hydrogen fuel cells would be a good solution. If we are going to have bi-mode trains, why not use a cleaner way of doing it? Find a better way to isolate hydrogen, of course, because that is still an issue right now. But yeah, for sure. Basically, move away from diesel. That's the point we should be doing right now, is move away from diesel, and combustion engines in general on the railway should become a thing of the past soon. We've had that for a little too long for my liking. Oh, it's so much nicer to have trolley lines with trees on. It just makes these areas look... Okay, we're destroying some buildings doing this right now, but it just makes these areas look a lot nicer to actually live in. I'm just going to do it to there for now. And I'm going to save. Let it save. But the Stadler trains were the ones I was thinking, the bi-modes there for Greater Anglia. They were designed for those branch lines, so I don't see the harm right now in keeping them for those branch lines. But some of the other ones, I do think the IETs are a bit extreme. Was it necessary to make them bi-mode? I don't think it was myself. I think it would have been easier just to make them fully electric and then electrify the routes. But there we go. Again, I'm just a content creator on YouTube. I'm not an expert on this. Okay, what I am going to do here is grab you and copy you and paste you in this space here. And hopefully you don't foul the road. No, you don't. Good stuff. Because I could now as well turn you so that you're actually parallel to the road. So what I'm seeing from this is you actually need to be more in this direction. If I make the box here line up with... That's not ideal, is it? It's not ideal at all. I think there. Turn you a little bit more. That's good enough. We got one on this side. Got one there now. We got one there. Good. So the last bit of transport I was thinking of putting over here is one that I've not used yet, which is cable car. I was actually wondering how feasible it would be, maybe on this side of the road, to have a cable car that runs from here, or at least have a stop here to link with the tram. Maybe run from, say, Guard Square over to Gloucester Gardens. Maybe not Guard Square. I think this here would be a good idea. I think this one... It's a shame that I can't put it here and then have it face the other way. Maybe here? Let's try this. Now, these have to be built in straight lines, don't they? Looks like it. Let's just build this up. Some reasonable height, I suppose. So from here as well, let's go up to maximum height. Now what if I just went straight across like that? There's a lot of buildings in the way. So I think we're going to go this way. Does that really stop me from building buildings here? Okay. Well, there we are. And then over to there. Now what space is that already occupied by? What do these curves look like as well, by the way? God, I got tilt shift on this. I don't know if I like that or not. I don't know if this is a good idea in hindsight. It's cool to have the cable car. I'm not against that idea. Maybe if I just built you from there. What's it occupied by? Alright, hang on. I'm going to do this. Build you like that. And then go straight across the water. Like... I think the curve might be too extreme. I have never done the London cable car. I want to, though. I don't believe that it's a white elephant, that's for sure. I think it is a perfectly legitimate way of getting across the dock. Is it the... I think it's the curve. I think the angle of the curve is too sharp. I might just use Anarchy to make this fit. Like that. Yeah, it doesn't focus on the pillar here, it focuses on what's behind it. It's kind of cool. For photography reasons, that would be cool. Speaking of which, I do need to take some more screenshots. Has anyone else in the chat done the London cable car at all? They got anything to say about it? Can you build junctions? I'd imagine that would be, yeah, not doable. So if I was to build this further, where would I go? I don't think I'll go to Guard Square. I think I'd avoid Guard Square. Maybe over to Bankside, or perhaps not Varsity Island. I think Bankside would be a good spot. Perhaps somewhere like this, or over here would work well. And then come up. What's it like, George? Is it any good? I've done the London Eye, and I imagine it's pretty similar to that. I'm going to thread it through here. Good evening, Tour Bud. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Nice to see you again. Okay, let's do this, and then I'm going to see if I can go straight across Guard Square, and then connect up like that. Imagine in real life this had less curves to it. kind of linking two of our main city parks together here now. That's not the best spot for that stop. I might see if I can move. I don't know. Just say, yeah. We'll just try it like this for now. See what it looks like. It's good. It's good views over the Thames. Good for getting to the O2. At Matlock Bath in Derbyshire, there's a cable car that goes over the railway line. Yes, all the stations. I remember them going on that. Looks awesome. Does look very cool. I need to do more tourist things again. When I was younger, I used to go to places and just experience things for the novelty of it. And I've not done that for so long now. When I used to go to London, I used to just do random trips to London and do, you know, random rides on the DLR and stuff like that. I need to, once all this nonsense is over, I need to do that again. Does that work? Who knows? If I connect you there and then connect you there, and then this side. I know I could do this underground, by the way, but I don't know. I kind of like being able to see it. I might have it. Actually, no. No. I've never been a train spotter. Got nothing against it, just never been one myself. So I wouldn't do that thing. I like to make memories, basically. Do things for the memories. There we are. So this park is basically up and running now. What I could do in the future is add some zoo stuff to it. But for now, yeah, we'll chuck some trees in. Some more trees. Make it look a little bit nicer. Which trees right now, I don't know. Maybe just tick lots of random trees. Then that'll do. We've got the brush area, so now we'll just paint. Oh, yeah, we need to put the fence back in as well. The edge of the park boundary. There we are. It's not the nicest. I probably could have done a lot better with that, but there we go. You know me by now. Always half-arsing. Oh, for God's sake. That's my company logo, by the way. Slogan, not logo. Slogan. Always half-arsing. There we are. So yeah, we got potential to build a bus line over to here now. Let's make sure that you only go straight ahead, you only go straight ahead, you turn left. Actually no, you can turn in that way too. That's fine. And then you only turn left. There we are. Also love looking at history of services and what services used to operate and no longer do. I do enjoy that. I do enjoy that, yeah. I never realised how similar I was to Jeff Marshall until he started talking about his interests. Like, I like the track and what runs on it. I'm not so interested in individual train numbers or anything like that, but I do like the history of lines and what they were built for and stuff like that. Call this pier. You Gloucester Gardens bus station. And then this one here. Gloucester Gardens cable car. I don't actually know how the cable car works. Nothing's on it right now. Anyone know how these work? Cable car might have been a mistake. You might have to replace it with something else. How's Gronley looking now? Look at that. So these actually do still look quite British, even though they are based on mostly European designs. You, though, are a historical building. I think I might just keep this one here as a historical building. That's a really nice corner fitter. I like different rolling stock, history of lines, what used to operate. I've in many ways developed into a Wikipedia of railways. Been doing research since 2013. That's awesome. That is awesome. Cable cars do work. I have seen them working in other people's videos. I don't know whether or not it's working here. See, is it cable car like the one in London, or is it cable car like Ski Mountains where it just goes back and forth? It's kind of hard to tell. It looks like gondola system. I think there's like a turning circle at the end there. Maybe because I used Anarchy, so it's not going to work. So this is Leap side. Like London, yeah. We'll come back and check. So this is the Gardens cable car. I don't need to like set up a line or anything, do I? Looks like they should just spawn. In other videos, I've only ever seen them going up mountains. I think that's just what people decide to use them for, rather than it being a necessity. Okay. So let's assume for a second that this does work. This stop here, I have no idea how popular that's going to be. Probably not at all. Maybe I should... Hang on. Maybe I should put the stops... Oh, there are two just there. I don't think I need these two. Unless I move them over... here. And somehow have it connect to what's down below there. It should just spawn. We'll see. I'll keep checking on it. Now I wonder if I were to roughly 12 height. So if I did that and then moved it into place. Where's the door? That's the door there. So really what you need to do is go like this. Back a little bit and over this way some. Just enough so that you don't quite clip through. I think that works. And then have the stop. The stops I can move a little bit closer now. Maybe put them on this curve. On there. On there. I have no idea how I'm going to do the... maybe I do. Hang on. Let's place you there a second. And then grab... See if I can squeeze this one in here. I think I'm probably abusing move it a little bit here. That's way too close. Even this one. Yeah, that's not going to work, is it? What else have I got that I could perhaps use? I'm just trying to decide how to get people up to the other side of the bridge. Apart from putting in a crossing of some sort. I think they spawn when people enter the station. Hopefully they're popular then and get used. Otherwise we could be sitting around waiting a while. So this can move back now, can't it? Maybe I could do on this side. Just like this. This works. Same thing, make sure it's not clipping too much into the path. So you can go like that, basically. Alright. So this one can go there. That one goes there. Power this. Just like that. And if we ever extend the tram down this way in the future, we could put a tram stop in the middle there. Alright, what's next on the list? We could extend the metro down here at some point too. I need to decorate the car park as well, thinking about it. Gloucester Gardens main gate. So people are arriving by trolley. We'll get the ferry up and running now as well. Be rude not to. We'll have you run to... I think I might have you run to this pier as well. Fishing dock or docklands area. I was thinking of doing a small fishing village as the subscriber town that was suggested. I need a shade of yellow. Let's see what Google says. Dandelion, nah. Canary, gold, honey, pineapple, lemon. Something nature sounding. Tuscan sun. Well, there you go. Could call it the lemon line. What's the other? Amber. And then now lemon. We'll see how popular that gets. But yeah, I liked the idea. That video you showed me, George, of that competition, the nice little quaint UK inspired fishing village, that looked perfect for like a subscriber town as well. So I might as well kill two birds with one stone. Something else I need to do. You are just straight ahead. I'll make this one way. That'd be a good idea? Probably not. Hey, look at that. Gloucester Gardens. It's quite popular. Daffodil. Yeah, daffodil's probably better than lemon. Daffodil line. That is how you spell it, isn't it? Yeah. Daffodil. And then we got the trolley there. It's a shame you can't really make the trolley look a bit more special, but what can you do? So you come out of the old town of Lafayette, and then into... Oh, I just realised, yeah, the tram doesn't even stop there, does it? The next tram stop is over there. This is kind of for Lafayette, I suppose. And then into Gloucester Gardens, which is very tree heavy now. Anyone coming over here? One visitor? No one's reached here yet. They are coming up though. Oh, there are people here. What are you telling me, game? You're lying to me. There we go. Nice. So we just need to get visitors over here now. I think I might just remove the cable car. What on earth are you doing? Okay. That's not how you get there though, is it? Okay, so what else do you guys want to see? I can probably do another half an hour to 45 minutes before I have to wrap things up. This is quite popular as well. Liking it. So this station should become more popular now, because it's right in front of the main park entrance, and I don't mind them crossing over the sidewalk for this. In fact, you can see them waiting here. Where are you going? You're going to school. Okie dokie. It's kind of works. Maybe we should grab a tram in a second and watch that. I think some more trees in this park would look nice. Turn the strength down. Just fill this whole area with trees. I'm assuming it randomizes them out of the boxes I've ticked. And all of this. Anyone using this? A few. I think this metro line might get diverted this way without stepping on Bankside's toes. I'm sure there's lots of signs in German here as well, which looks a little bit out of place. Yeah, Planterwald, for example. very nice asset though. And it's a popular station. You got anyone on board? Not yet, but you will do shortly. Heading into Guard Square. Need to put something here as well. If this is part of the leisure district, I might just build an extension of the leisure district. Now, what leisure-y type things have I got? Surrey City Hall isn't really leisure-y. Opera House. Sea Fortress. The Opera House might be quite popular. How many tech buildings and unique buildings have we got? Could create a tech quarter with... Ah, yes. No, that's something we could do. Over at Plint Bridge here, is we could build our little science park. Science/business park. That's good thinking. Let's try and get more people to come over here as well. Wow, you're busy. I don't know how... What on earth was that? Somebody just flashed my OBS screen. Yeah, look, over here, it's meant to be offices, but nothing's springing up right now. Oh yeah, that was the other thing I wanted to try and do. I've got the map viewer, CSL map viewer, so we're going to have to export that. Probably at the end of the stream, we'll have a go at exporting that, see what that looks like. Let's have a look at fixing this as well. I think you go there and there. You go there and then you just go there or there. I think here I'll just turn off traffic lights. Say every man for himself. You give way and you give way. So this direction here has priority. That should work. I can see that working. This over here should really be a roundabout, but can't really because of the tram. So yeah, all the high-tech and special buildings over here. I like it. Let's do it. Maybe build a monorail over here as well. What am I looking for? Hello, 4-lane bus. This would be cool. This would be cool for this area. See, I built this out like this. Give myself a little bit of breathing space then in case we have some train museum. Yep, we could look for that as well. I'm literally making this up as I go along now. I have no idea whether this is going to work or not. Could do something like that. We could have a left turn only junction here. And turn off the traffic lights. And then have you go down like that. Maybe same here, just have left turn only. That does kind of mess up what I've just done over here, but what we could do is have you go like that, you go like that, or like that. Why is that tram done that? That's weird. Have you also be a giveaway. Same over here. Turn off do the lane connectors first. Ooh, no, do the lane connectors first. So you turn in like that or go straight on. You go straight over like that. You go straight on, and you turn left. Turn off the lights and then have you give way. There must be some... I know there's the roundhouse that we could put in. Alright, so what high-tech buildings are there that we can add in? So I'm basically going to just do high-tech buildings and then between them offices. With a BP store on the corner. I don't know, maybe I'll put that on this corner. Or this corner. That looks good. Oh yeah, I have to put water under all this. Do that, and then something like this. That's not 90 degrees, is it? Okay, high-tech buildings. The Walsall Financial Centre could go on here. Gotta remember that we're near an airport. So we can't have massive buildings. I think this is probably the limit to how tall we could go. I like the idea of it being down near this end. Just so it's near the tram. But then if it's down this end, it's also near the tram. I'm going to put you there. You're also near the Mall of Moderation then, so you should get powered. Aquarium, no. Expo Centre. Actually, you do have expo centres near airports, or like conference centres. I don't know. Observation tower, that's kind of an inner city thing. What are you? No. He's a cool looking building. These are all cool looking buildings. Certainly not going to dispute that. Are these the ones you meant? So I've got electric car factory. I might be better off in an industrial area. Nanotechnology centre. Software development studio. Let's put you there. Semiconductor plant. Wow, you're massive. Can I squeeze you in here somewhere? Yep. Robotics Institute. Put you there. And what have I got here? Exact same thing again. Why have I got that twice? Research center. Go on, fit. There we go. Nanotechnology. Let's put you down. So how big are you? We could put this up near the end here. And that's why it's near here, because then it goes down into the freight bit there. Like that, maybe? And then just zone the rest as office. So you're all tourist here, including that. Sure. We'll just zone the rest as office. What do you guys think? Have I just wasted all your time for the last few minutes, or do you think this might actually work? We'll see. I think it might work, but we'll see. Problem we have right now is there's very little demand for industry, which means there's hardly anyone actually building offices for people to work at. That is quite problematic. So let's have a look where the museum is. Tate Modern, Boat Museum, Modern Art Museum, Technology Museum. You can make it an IT quarter by using the zone tab. Okie doke. Nothing for Train Museum. Yeah, hopefully we get demand for it soon. Where's me zoning? So Plint Bridge is all of this now as well. So if I go into Office, IT Cluster, there we are. I think I can force it maybe by doing tax relief for offices. This just reminds me actually I need to come back over to Gronley. Heavy traffic ban, encourage biking. Don't need to worry about that actually. Dolphin safe fishing doesn't really apply here either. I'm going to do automated toll just in case. Yeah, this is growing very nicely in fact. This is what I wanted, these sort of big tall buildings. No commercial though. The demand really is for residential. Okay, before I do anything else, I think like that. Do you have demand modifier? I don't. And even if I did, I don't know if it's a good idea to use it. I kind of want the city to grow organically, you know? What's the time? We got a little bit more time. I think what I might do... I want to do some high-tech housing somewhere. And let that grow. Maybe like in this gap here. Connect it to Lafayette and then upgrade this road. And actually have this be part of the city now. Although I don't want it right next to the industrial, because that's a bit dumb to do that. I really like how we're filling these areas in now, though. This looks awesome. Maybe high-tech housing in this gap here, right up against the freeway. You've got no water. Oh, hell no, you don't, do you? There's a little bit there that's not been done properly. Still a high demand for residential. Yes. So I'm going to build a big high-tech housing area down here now. In a new district. Which I have no idea what I'm going to name. Now, are you actually... No, you're not. That's good. I love how I answer questions before I finish asking them. That seems to be one of the things I'm really good at. Are you connected, was what I was going to ask. Like, if I was to delete that, would it have a massive knock-on effect on the city? But thankfully, the answer was no. And let's just connect that up there as well for good measure. So this road here is going to be one of the main ways into this high-tech area. We'll do it like this. And then we'll have you come down. Now that trolley depot is in a really bad place because that would have been perfect to connect to. So I think what I'm going to do move you to there, and then actually this won't need to do that anymore. I once heard that the demand bar can be misleading. Residential may still be high because of the extra jobs you have just created, i.e. if you have no residential demand, build more jobs. Yeah, it's not it's not a good indicator. I've heard people on Reddit refer to the... Because basically you've got residential, commercial, industrial. But commercial and industrial are both categorized as jobs. So you either have more housing or more jobs. Those are the two big sort of brackets. And then everything else kind of works off of that. So it's perfectly possible that we have more than enough housing. But without being able to tell for sure, it's always nice just to build more. Because the worst case scenario is the city might grow a little bit too quickly. The best case scenario is we have a nice lot of residential. Even if it takes a little while to actually spring in. Now what have I got? I kind of want high-tech housing and tree-lined roads. Maybe this kind. So let's say this here is going to be a roundabout. So I'll drag you down a little bit as well. And then, where's the roundabout tool gone? Was it Control O? Yeah. So I want 2-lane road, trees. One-way road, trees. What am I doing? One-way road, trees. Or one... Hang on. 2-lane... Undo that. That's what I wanted. So that like that. And then this to there. And then another road like that. Same on this side. Bit like this. This area here. Okay, I know what I can fill this area with. I think at this point we're just going to go lots of dead-end, tree-lined roads. Trees would be good for soaking up pollution. Like that. And then this one like that. Like that. Put some space between them, that's fine. This reminds me of a little bit of Stevenage. It's right up near the A1M. But when you're actually in the houses, you would never believe that there was a major motorway the other side of... It's like a big grass embankment with trees on. And then the motorway on the other side of that. You'd never believe that it was there. Oh, that didn't work. Maybe if I just built you straight. There we go. Some of these can just be built straight. They don't have to be curved. Also, I don't have the big grass verge, but I could just throw trees in. That'll be fine. These can all be pretty much the same length. He says as he builds it the wrong length. What's the time? Oh, past 10. Alright, this will be the last thing we build tonight. Don't forget though, stream tomorrow. No idea what time yet, but there will be some Minecraft. Continuing where we left off last time. Quite happy that the stream actually behaved itself tonight as well. Very happy with that. Do this one a little bit longer. Have you ever watched a guy called Electro Boom? I have not. What does he specialise in? What should we call this area? If it's going to be quite high tech. Do we have any quite high tech areas of Gardcity? If we don't, we really should, shouldn't we? Alright, I think that's about as close as we're going to get to the motorway there. And then this side we're going to do pretty much the same thing. Just remembered as well, I didn't build police or fire over at Gronley. I'll have to do that off camera. So what I'm going to do at the end of this stream is I'm going to try and use the CSL map exporter. And then I'll post the image of the map either on Discord or on Reddit. If it doesn't work on Discord, I'll let you know and I'll send you the link to the Reddit page so you can all check it out. A lot of people using this as a through road. I'm going to have to stop them doing that. That is not on. That's not what this was for. Why are they using this? Is it to get through? Oh, I think it's to get through to that. Yeah, I don't want them to do that. let's do this, and then same thing again, basically. Just draw these down. Make that a bit longer. Transport here, I have no idea what I'm going to do. Actually, I might just leave it like that and then build a pathway through. You can go like that. You can go like that. Actually, yeah. You can come down a bit further. Electricity like making circuits, but is very funny and makes loads of mistakes. Oh! Is that guy? The one who's always like borderline electrocuting himself? Is he the one where he clipped like a car battery up to a pencil lead? It basically exploded in his face. I mean, that guy, I suppose he's being quite educational. He's teaching kids to not kill themselves without them having to experiment themselves. But at the same time, Jesus Christ, he's going to win a Darwin Award one day. Do we have any name suggestions for this part of the city? I'm going to connect to you. I wanted to be a few roundabouts here to try and deter people from actually using this as a through road. So one there, got the big one there, and then one there, and also one there. Once he made an electric guitar by making wood into a guitar shape, then put an electric wires on the wood. Bloody hell. That would burn a hole through the wood, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? That was an unintentional pun, but there we go. I'll take full credit for that unintentional pun. There we go. Yeah, same guy. Oh man, that guy. He's going to be in the news one day. That's all I'm saying. He's going to be in the news one day. So I can make this like a self-sufficient district as well. That'd be pretty cool. Barnwell. Okay. I kind of see where that name could come into the lore. Former farmland gets converted into sustainable housing. I'm just going to make sure that these roads are not part of it. And actually this road here, I think is... Actually no, this road here is going to be part of... What's this, Hunway? There. He actually electrocuted himself as he touched the wires to play the guitar. It's always it's a bit of a fallacy these days as to what the word electrocution means. Oh, this is Leapside. That's Hunway. Because electrocution is an amalgamation of the words electric and execute. So technically, if you survive, you haven't electrocuted yourself. But at the same time, it's become this thing of, you know, when you electrocute yourself, you basically give yourself an electric shock. It's a bit of both. Personally, I mean, I'm being very pedantic here because right now I don't care. You can use either. I don't mind. Who am I to say? So city planning, high-tech housing. You do still have the... Oh, maybe you don't. Sustainable one. Oh, is it because... Hang on. Oh, you are sustainable. Yeah, it's there. It just doesn't appear on here for some reason. Oh, it appears there. That's why. Okay. So, NIMBY, heavy traffic ban. We'll have a high-rise ban as well. We'll encourage biking. I really should put cycle tracks around here. electric cars as well, combustion engine ban, and then theme, you can just do as you like. So I think we're going to have a little bit of commercial around some of these roads here, for example. And like these little bits here as well. And at the end here. A bit like this. And then the rest of this is pretty much all going to be residential. I think low density. I think low density will work better. Then I'll have to find a way to link this up to the transport as well. It's almost easier if you build your city first and then do the transport links after, but where's the fun in that? Actually, all of this, not that bit, and actually the around the edge of the roundabout as well. I can always de-zone that after, I suppose. You can have residential buildings on roundabouts. I live near a roundabout that's got residential buildings on it. Nothing wrong with that. I think this bit I'll leave that. That might be where like the school and the clinic and things like that go, on those roads that join up with the main road. What was the name? Barnwell. Probably should have named it first as well. I could do that in a second. I'm really liking this city now. I had some moments sort of after the first couple where I thought, are we really doing the right thing? But now we're kind of coming back and redoing little bits and pieces. It really does work a lot better now. Hopefully you guys like the city too. I don't know about the legality of if I took some screenshots of the city, could I put them on shirts and sell them? I actually don't know. But yeah, because I'm not with XGI anymore, the M4J store has been taken off their website, which may or may not still exist, I have no idea. But I'll be relaunching the M4J store on Teespring. It will link into my YouTube channel and everything. Hopefully when I get monetized I can put proper links in, but for now it'll just be links in the description. And it also means the prices are just slightly cheaper as well. So the design of the hoodie itself, all the graphics that I've made are still on the products, but the products themselves are different. So the designs are slightly different, but it means they're slightly cheaper as well. So hopefully that might drum up a little bit more interest. We will see. The main road, actually, I might put high density there and see what grows. All this can be low density still. So I've got a high-rise band, so it should be like a dense building rather than just a tall one. Why not put it on a poster? Yeah, I could do both. I could do both. You can imagine like a screenshot of the entire city looking out across the bay, and it just says visit Gardcity or visit New Gardcity. Something like that. So yeah, this I'm going to redo as high density. these here I'm actually going to remove. I think Teespring I don't think does posters, so I'll have to look at somewhere else for those. So it might just be hoodies for now. Do you know what? I'll put a little bit of commercial there. But I will let you know, because these are all good ideas. Alright, buildings are starting to spring up. These should all be powered too with these electric poles. So even though they're trying to spring up in awkward positions, which normally would worry me, but right now I feel quite calm. And then fire. I'm going to put quite a big fire station. Okay, quite a small fire station there. Police on the other side. Like so, because that also covers these areas here as well. And clinic wise, I mean I needed to put quite a lot more healthcare and death care in. If I was to stick you, maybe not on the main road, maybe off the main road. If I put you there. Don't forget adding schools, medical, fire and police. You're one step ahead of me there. An ambulance station would be cool as well. Maybe up here. So don't know if that actually has patient capacity, but it's still cool to have. A yoga garden, that sounds like something someone who lives in a house like this would go to. Community pool, that sounds very nice. Maybe this side. I feel like this road needs breaking up a little bit. It's quite long. Maybe the community pool can go here. And then hopefully that acts as a power bridge between these. Yes, it does. So then we got sports hall and gymnasium. What happened to the childcare and elder care? Oh, there we go. Child health centre. This, I believe, was part of Sunset Harbour. So I'll put you there. And then the elder care can be on this road. Like that. So I think that's commercial I just filled in. Oh no, it's residential. Oh well. So this should all start getting populated. Barnwell. You can go away now as well. So I think these two streets here I might connect up. Did not mean to click on that. A bit like that. So that acts as crossroads and stuff like that, and it just, yeah, it just adds to this a little bit better. There we go. So you need power. You should get some soon. So do you. So I'm going to have to redo all the bus lines soon. I'm going to do like a hub and spoke. So from Guard Square, we'll have a bus line that serves this area, and then one that serves this area, then one that serves this area, then another one that will span out a little bit more. Any cable cars spawned? No. I just don't think it's popular enough. I'm gonna remove it. Can I? There we go. So we should get a bit of growth back in the areas that I've built over. I will still do a cable car between the nature reserve and the rest of the city, but I think it needs just a little bit more thinking time, should we say. I think I might just put a metro station here in the future. Let's review this again. So I believe... Oh no, that's been done. I'll not number them as well. We could add numbers in the future. I'm not going to do it right this second, but I do like the idea of doing that. It's mainly like part of the inspiration for doing that. I was already doing it anyway to an extent in Cities in Motion, but Strike. It's a really weird, obscure reference, I know, for this, but J.K. Rowling, after she wrote Harry Potter, she took up the pen name Robert. Is it Galbraith or Gilbraith? And she wrote another series of novels. I think there was one that she did under her own name, and then she wrote a series of novels about a private detective called Strike, which was adapted into a BBC show. I think is still ongoing. I hope it is, because I'm quite looking forward to the next one. And there was a reference in, I think it's the second episode of Strike, or the second series of Strike. And there's a character who refers to the Ginger Line in London. And what she means is the overground, Ginger Line. Because she says, take the Ginger Line to Dalston, Kingsland. I think, or Dalston Junction. I think it's Dalston Junction, actually. And then, you know, you can almost imagine like a citizen of New Gardcity saying, I'm just going to take the Lilac Line into town. That's kind of where the inspiration for that came from. It's springing up, slowly but surely. I'm not sure why the name Barnwell is right the way over there, though. I want to see what these high-tech sustainable houses look like. And also what I want to do is see if I can get this map set up. So apparently what you do for the map is you go into it in the mod options. So CSL map viewer. There it is, map view. And you hit export. When I did my first bus lines, I numbered them, and I added a few limited bus lines, such as 1A, like I have in my own town. Yeah, no, it's smart. I mean, it exists in real life for a reason. So I think what you do is you hit export, and it will generate a map. Now, I don't know whether that will crash the game or not, because I've never done it before. I think it works for Sunset Harbour. I've not seen anyone say it doesn't work for Sunset Harbour, so fingers crossed it does. This would be a really nice trolley line as well along here. So then we'll have the one that goes up through Leapside and then down through Hunway. And then if we had another one that went down this way, maybe ran all the way through here in fact, and then joined up again. Who knows? I don't think the trolley should go to Guard Square though. I think it should be like an east to west and then a north to south. And then they just interchange with themselves. How full are these trains now? Not bad. Do we get much traffic over here? Any visitors? A few. It's within walking distance of the tram and the station over here. So you are having people coming through. The Parakeet line is getting some traffic. You're not powered at all. Not enough electricity. Yeah, because basically you don't have any electricity. Sort that out, because you could be quite popular if you did. So you're the nanotechnology centre, yeah. So I definitely want people to come through there. And it just gives all this a reason to exist, really, doesn't it? Popular? Reasonably? Popular? Very? Nice. There are people driving around here too. Did I do heavy traffic ban on Plym Bridge? Didn't do anything on here. Let's do that. Pet ban, recycling, smoking ban. Recycle plastic. Always recycle plastic. Heavy traffic ban is what I wanted. And got the tax relief for offices. automated toll. Do we have a toll over here? I don't think we do. No, we don't. We really should, though. Even though it doesn't... I mean, we got that toll there, I suppose. One into St. Michael. How popular are these? Reasonably. I think it might be worth riding on some trains next stream, just to see what it looks like. I think for this stream, I'm going to start wrapping up now, because, I mean, I said 2 hours. We're coming up to 3. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to save the game, and I'm going to try and export the map and see if it works. Now, I don't know... Maybe there are options in the map viewer once you've done it as to how you display it. If anyone has used the map viewer before, or the map viewer, I keep calling it the map viewer. If anyone's used the map view before, some advice right now would be much appreciated. Just want to make sure I don't muck it up. Have any of these houses actually been built yet? Just want to see what they look like. You're the yoga garden. Been a good stream. Thank you. I didn't like being away from it all. That's the thing. I wanted to stream and I wanted to make videos over the last couple of weeks, but because of everything else that was happening, it kind of felt like if I did that, then I would distract myself too much. But yeah, now I'm pretty much out the arse end of it. I can start creating content again. Okay, so if I export it from here and then load it up through the right folder, then I can select different things there. Is that what you're saying? That'd be cool. I really want some of these to finish building. I want to see what they look like. There's no progress bar or anything, so I can't see there. You are a self-sufficient building, though. That is cool, though. Just having a district down here that's completely self-sufficient. Makes my life easier, doesn't it? These metro lines looking quite good as well. Working reasonably. Sort of working. I do like the way the metro's structured. I think I'm just going to extend the metro in the future. Yes, you can. Alright, good stuff. Let's see if I can export it then. I might export and run. Add timestamp to file name. That'll be useful. See what happens. Very good map of street by street of where the lines go. Okay, seems to have exported. Oh wow. Oh wow, this is awesome. Alright, hang on, let me see if I can get this up on stream. This is freaking awesome. What have I got? This. And then set you to the right size. Alright, get ready for the awesome transition again, guys. Yeah, let's do it. Boom! Welcome to New Gardcity. So I can zoom right in. Apparently there are some things from Sunset Harbour that are missing off this, or I think from Park Life onwards that are missing from this. But you got the individual names of things here. You got the individual... Living Boulevard. I don't remember that. Is that the name of the road? Campbell Street tram station and metro station there. Underground, I should say. Transport tower there. Sterling Street. Actually, I think that is just the metro. Underground. It's not metro, it's underground. So it's a little bit laggy when you zoom in and out. Oh, it's really cool. I love the rail that you see here as well. So the metro's blue. I'm going to use metro in this case because it's the in-game word. Tram is this greeny colour here. Rail is black. What other forms of transport have we got? Trolley? Yeah, trolley doesn't seem to be on here. So Sunset Harbour isn't on here yet, but the mod might get updated in the future. Varsity Village, Varsity Island, Technological Institute of New Gardcity. This is so cool. So how do I change... public transport route? There we go. So the trolley is on here in this case. There are options on the top left. Do you mean here? So let's turn off... let's add route numberings as well. Look at the bus! You can see the bus looping around. Oh, it's so cool. You can see all the bus lines around Guard Square. It's a little less helpful when you do that. The connecting station here. Does it actually list them as an interchange? How does it know? Is it just because they're within a certain distance from each other? Vince, hello. Yes, we have an intercity bus hub in Guard Square. It's shared with the bus hub. Where's Guard Square? Up here. So, oh, where's my cursor? This here is a bus hub and an intercity bus hub. But yeah, cruise ships is something I will be adding in soon as well, because that will be good to see. That might be at Guard Square as well. Maybe in this gap here, or perhaps in this area here. Maybe even replace one of these jetties with a cruise terminal. Because yeah, getting tourists in that way. We've got the airport down here that does it. Oh, this is cool as well. I really like this. Whoever made this mod is a genius. Just an absolute genius. Even the way that the parking roads are there. All the buildings around Plint Bridge Park. All the little pathways, look. The power poles, which you don't really want to see. Can I hide those? Probably a way of doing it. I'm just not looking very well right now. So here we go. Draw target. Drawing target of route. Let's do this for now. Might as well tick them all. Merge bus and tram stops nearby. Merge train and metro stations nearby. Auto colouring. One line if path shares same segment. Detect end loops. Mark one-way routes. Merged route numberings. And then you can change that there. Oh, it's so cool. There we are. Oh, ha, ha, ha. That looks so cool. Are you going to add the cargo airport? Yes. Yep, that is something else that needs to go in, is the cargo stuff. This is all stuff that's being noted for next time. I'm freaking out over how good this is right now. Transport route list. There they all are, look. How many stops, the length as well. Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. What have I got for the building? Oh, wow. Okay, I don't think we need to have all the buildings show up. There is quite a lot there after all. So if I go back to this. So map style default. Don't need to change that, I don't think. Don't want to rotate it either. Do I want forest? Oh, what does that change? Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, no, I like that. So I'll have to zoom out again. This is what New Gardcity looks like so far. So this tells us all the areas really that need to be filled in as well. So over here, for example, we could fill in this area here. I think by the end of this project, the city's probably going to extend out to the west here. So these are all the squares that we're building in. So right now the border is, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's kind of this area along like that we're building in at the moment, but it will extend. So I've got the 81 tiles mod now, so I can open up this area and move some stuff around on Varsity Island. Some of the area over here, so like the fishing village for the subscriber town might be up here, or it could even be down on this island perhaps. Somewhere a bit quiet and out of the way. Originally it was going to be down by the airport, but I think that's going to just be a little too close to the airport. You can also see how big the airport is and how much room it's got to expand. What else have I got for... I thought there were other options. I mean, we could turn off some of the things here, I suppose. It's so cool. I absolutely love this mod. So we're going to redo this as we go along. So can I... Is this exported as a... Oh crap, I've got to remember how to get to it now. It does tell you in the game. 1 second, let me just go back to the game. So it's... Program files. Which is here. Program files. Steam apps, common, city skylines, and then CSL map view. So I don't know if it generates an image file or not. I'm kind of hoping it does. George, perhaps you can tell me if it does or not, because you know more about it than I do. You might have to tell me on Discord though, because I'm going to wrap up the stream now. But I'm really excited by that, the prospects of that. I think it's so cool. Just being able to see what the city looks like, it's awesome. So I'm going to go around, I'm going to end the stream now, and I'm going to go around the city taking screenshots. And some of the thumbnails you might have noticed right back from the start when we first started doing the quarantine streams and city skylines, some of those thumbnails have now changed. I've used the screenshots that I took. I'm going to keep doing that for all of the videos now, because I've got time now to actually, well, basically I don't have an excuse to not do it now, so I'm going to have to go around and do them all. But yeah, thank you very much everybody for watching. Thank you for those who took part in the chat as well, even if you just said hi, it is appreciated. If you didn't see the story, or didn't hear the story that I told at the start of the stream, this video will be going up tomorrow at 12 PM. So you'll be able to go back and watch it then. But basically, it's not the nicest of stories. It's a story I never thought I'd have to tell, but we're at that stage now. So the future's bright. You know, I don't feel too bad about the future. I'm not too down about that. I'm a little bit gutted about how it ended, of course, and I think that'll stick with me for a while. But overall, I'm okay. I'm okay, and that's the main thing. And hopefully you guys are all okay too. We're all in this together, after all. We'll all get through it together. We'll come out of it the other side. It'll be a bit like 2012. One day we'll be telling our grandkids about what happened in 2020. It'll probably be something to do with, you think you've got it bad, you should have been around in 2020, that kind of thing. But yeah, we're all in this together. And I will be back tomorrow with another quarantine stream. We're going back to Minecraft Gardcity, and we're going to be doing lots of cool projects there with some new mods that I've added, which I will introduce you to then as well. But yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button if you haven't done so already. It really does help out the channel. I was really happy with the number of likes I got on the latest OpenTTD video, especially as it's like 5 weeks late now, so much appreciated on that. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already as well. You can also head over to Twitch and follow me there, even though I stream on both at the same time. What else? If you have any ideas for the future of the city, comment down below, or the best place to do it is either on my M4J Reddit or M4J Discord. Both links to those should be in the description down below. And yeah, thanks for watching once again, and until next time, let me get my transition ready again. Where am I? Here we are. And until next time, I will see you soon.